Hi everyone, and welcome back to the last day of the Great Australian Craft Show, and I hope you've really enjoyed a whole week of crafting. I know I have, and thank you everyone that's placed orders with me, that's come on and left comments, sent me emails or private message me. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that's watching the replays. Just remember that the Designer Series paper is only for October only, and any of the promotions that I have through Craft Alive are during Craft Alive. Always check my website, my shop, which is teresabrownstamping.stampinup.net, to see what promotions and sales are on for November, December, etc. Yeah, there's nothing more upsetting than to think that you're going to get a promotion and it's finished. So just make sure you do check them, okay? Because yeah, the Designer Series paper, 15% off for 15 different types of Designer Series papers, October only. Yeah. Now the free postage, if you're placing an order with me, email, that is only for the week of the event, and it's not a Stampin' Up promotion. It's just my promotion as a thank you to people that are ordering with me. So if you haven't got a demonstrator and you'd like one, yeah, I'd be happy to be your demonstrator. So just send me an email at teresabrownstamping@gmail.com, and make sure you put all your details there too, like your first name, surname, address, and that, because I need to fill all that in on the paperwork if I'm placing an order for you. Don't forget to put the codes down. Go to the shop, have a look around. There's catalogues on my shop, so you can check them out, check out what you want to order, write your order up and send it to me, and doing it that way you will get free postage, and you'll need to direct deposit your money into my account, which I'll give you my bank details at the time of your order. Okay, so today we have, we've got a beautiful little box card to do now, so we're going to do that. So without further ado, I'm going to bring you down, because you don't want to see me, you really want to see what we're crafting about. Okay. Oh, the switch doesn't want to go. Okay, that's better. Now we're going to be using the shimmer paper today. This is the white shimmer paper. It really is beautiful. Sometimes it looks white and sometimes it looks very vanilla. It depends what sort of light you have it in. Now we're going to do this at 10 centimeters. So we're going to cut it at 10 centimeters. You'll get 2 of these cards from one sheet of paper. So 10 centimeters, and then 10 centimeters. And I always find that doing 2 at the same time is really, really a good way of doing it. So we're going to move our blade out the way. Now we're going to score it at 10 centimeters. I've kept it pretty simple, no 0.5, 10. And then we're going to fold that and line that up on the 3. And then open it up. So I'd just like to line that up on the 3. So to do it, just line it up and then open it back up. Then score 3 centimeters, and then fold on the 3 centimeters and line that up at the 10. Now you can do this on your scoreboard too, and I love the scoreboard, but I'm just showing you in case you haven't got a scoreboard. But if you've got a scoreboard, you can do it on your scoreboard as well. Fold that and then line it up on the 3. And then just open it back up. Okay, so we have 10 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 3 centimeters. Okay, and this is going to go like this. This is one of the beautiful box cards, and they fold up the right size to go into an envelope to be posted. And these have been really popular. I've done a lot of these, so they've been really, really popular. So I'm going to go through one whole card with you, and then if we get time, we'll do a second one. So I have cut the cardstock up a little bit earlier on the rest, just to get through. We might be able to do another one, and I'll cut it up with you. So the old olive paper is 9.5 by 9.5 squares. So you want 2 of them, one for here and one for here. And I think I need to put a new blade in, but that's all right. We can rough the edges up. Okay, and then our designer series paper is 9 by 9, and I love the holly paper for this because it's really lovely. Then our side panels are 2 old olive, and they are 9.5 by 2.5. So 9.5 by 2.5, so you want 2 of them. And then you want 2 bits of designer series paper at 9 by 2. So 9 centimeters by 2, and they will go in there. Now you can do it all the same pattern, or you can turn these alternately to the different sides, whichever way you want to go with this. Okay, there's no right or wrong, just whatever you want to do. Okay, so if you're into sponging, you can do the sponging, and we're going to add a little bit of sponging on this, and we're going to use the soft suede just to bring in a touch of colour around it. So we're going to actually sponge our card base first. Now this has got shimmer through it. You probably can't see the shimmer or the shine through the paper, but if you order shimmer white, you will see when you get it, it's got beautiful shimmer through it. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now some people, you can use embossing folders. There's so much you can do. I haven't actually used any embossing folders at all this time around. I have stuck virtually to the one suite, except for one class. I used a different suite. And now I wanted to share a technique with you, and it was nicer to share it on that stamp set, so so I did that. So we're going to come around and just do all the edges. I like to just cut my sponge into 8s. So when you get your sponge, it's a big round one, and I either cut it into 4 or 8, depending on how big I want to the sponge to be and what I'm actually sponging. Okay, so that depends on how I cut my sponge. Okay, so we're going to come in now. We're going to fold the folds, and we're going to come down both sides of the folds. Okay, so we're going to do that side and this side, and then we're going to do this side. Okay, so we want it done on all the score lines, I should say, both ways though. So we're coming this way. Then we're going to turn it around and we're going to come down this way. And then the same with this one here. We're going to come in this way. And then we're going to turn it around and we're going to come in this way. Now you can do it the same colour. You could do it all in the old olive because your mat's old olive. So you could actually do it in your old olive. So you can sort of see we've got all the sponge. So if it doesn't feel like it's sponged enough, make sure that you've sponged it how you want it. Okay, that looks pretty awesome. Now I'm going, and also shows you how the pattern looks. So I'm also going to sponge around the old olive. And I'm just sort of doing more closer to the edge this time. Okay. A bit closer to the edge. So I'm sort of doing more straight lines on this now than sponging that way. I'm sponging more this way. So this is going to come into here. So I'll leave that one there, and I'm going to sponge this one as well. Now, if you wanted a really vintage type Christmas card, you could actually screw your paper up and get that wrinkle through it, and then sponge over it as well. You get a very different type of sponging. Okay, so we've got our two big pieces, and we're just going to do our designer series paper too. Now, a lot of the time the reason I do this is to get rid of those white lines or fluffy lines that you have. When you cut your paper, you sort of get white between the two designs. So it just gives it a nicer texture too, if you want to add that texture to it, a little bit of texture to it. Okay, so that's going to go on there. Yes, so we'll stick that on there in a minute. I'm just going to sponge this one and then we'll stick them down. Okay, so they're going to go on there. So work out which way you want it. So this is the right way is facing you. So we're going to stick this on here. You can use dimensions if you want to. Just remember though, if you're going to post it, unfortunately, if you add brads or anything like that, they charge you extra for the postage. I did some cards the other day that had brads on them and raised them up a little bit, and yep, definitely costed me more to post them off, but look, it was worth it. It was for World Card Making Week, and yeah, it was worth it. So stick this in here, and just got to work out roughly which way. I don't think the holly really matters, but I don't know. I still like it to be up the right way. So we're going to stick this on here. Has everyone been enjoying the show? Don't forget to leave me a comment, and if you're coming back on afterwards, to re-watch this. I hope you've been enjoying yourself, and thank you for coming on and watching my videos. And I hope you get to make a lot of the cards, because I've tried to keep them simple and not go too fast for you, so you can keep up with me, like if you're re-watching it. I've kept that in mind. Okay, so now we're going to just sponge around these green Old Olive ones for the side panels, which is really nice. Okay. That's going to go in there. So we'll stick that one down. Okay, then we're going to sponge this one. So I'm using the soft suede ink. I like the soft suede. It's sort of got a tinge of brown but gold. It's sort of very old world. I'm a very old world type person, vintage type person. So yeah, so it's really lovely. So you can do either one, but I think that's really lovely. You can do the Old Olive if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Okay. So tell me what's been your favourite part of the show. I've got to say they've done an extremely wonderful job putting this all together, with the coronavirus being around, and I think it's been so new for so many of us, getting online, doing videos that we've never sort of really done much before. I mean, I had done 12 months of Thursday night videos, and that was all I had really done. So this has really been really great for me to be doing more videos for people. I think it's been really wonderful to be able to still share our craft, and during this hard time for everyone. I just don't know if it's going to be our new norm for a while. So who knows? Okay, so then you can decorate these up with however you want, and I've sort of have cut out die cuts to go on this, the poinsettia ones, so I'm going to do them in a minute, but first we're going to show you how to put the box together. So it's very simple. You just fold that piece in and fold that piece across, and you're just going to glue this bit here which is really easy. Yep, didn't really get that bit in there. And then you're just going to close it. I love how simple this is. I remember when I designed this up years and years ago, I really thought it was a smart idea. I think we did windows, and we did them a little bit wide, and we put tea lights in them years ago, so a lot different. Okay, so this is the back of our card, and this is the front of our card here. So the back of the card, we're going to have a word on it, have words on it, and the front of the card we're going to decorate up. So we're going to decorate this part up, and instead of doing 3 red ones, I've done the bottom one green because I wanted to come in and sponge this as well and make it more like the leaves on the bottom one. So I've just done it plain. I haven't done veins or anything on it. I've just done it plain on this one. And get the sponge in there a little bit. I'm just going to do like the tips a little bit darker in the tips there. So you can sort of see how it sort of brings it more to life once you start sponging it to just plain. It sort of gives it a little bit more detail. And you see how that looks. Okay, we're going to do the last ones. Okay. So this one's going to be stuck in the center there. So we're going to use a big dimension on this one, on the bottom. So we're going to stick that on there. So that's going to come right into about the center there. And then on these ones, we are going to put a touch of sponging on these two because it will change the colour of them a little bit. You want to do enough but not overly do it, but you want to have it that it looks realistic. We're going to get the bone folder and we're going to curve these. By doing this, you're actually breaking up the fibre in the cardstock, so it just makes them curl up a little bit and bend, which is really, really lovely. Okay, so you can sort of see that they've curled up. We're going to come in with a big dimension underneath. And we're going to bring this into the centre of the green one there. And then we're going to sponge this one up also. You can add Wink of Stella to it if you wanted to. If you wanted a shimmer, you could add your Wink of Stella to the over the top once you've sponged it. You can do that too. That's your choice. Okay, so just make sure you hold it pretty firm there when you're doing this curling, so that you don't break them. I have seen people in classes lose their petals. You can always glue it back on, but yeah, I have seen it happen. You want it to curl more so than the lines, so yep, curl them up. Okay, so we're going to bring this one in. So this is really gorgeous because it's really making the flower pop up a lot more on this. You can see it's really popping up. Yep. Okay, that's the front. Now we want that little bride. I think I'm going to have to order some more of these too. Only got 3 left. Whew. By the time I finish the next card, we won't have too many left. So we want to use the mini glue dots on this. So grab the mini glue dot out. I'll just rip that off. And we want to use our pick tool. I'll just quickly go through our pick tool. It's really lovely. It's got a sharp piercing tool this side, which you can use also for putting holes in your card for ribbon. It's also got a spatula, which is really good. It also has one that you can pop in there that's got a thick and a small stylus, so you can use that also for scoring. This side's got the putty side, so this is for like picking up sequences or anything like that that's small you want to pick up, you can just pick it up. It's really, really good, the putty side. Like, you know, you can pick up tiny little pieces. And also this can screw out and the die brush can go in there for the cut and emboss machine. I had to think about that then. So we're going to use the piercing tool on here. And we're just going to put a couple into the centre here, because this one's fairly big, so I'd like to make sure that it is going to stick down. I've got one stuck on my finger here. Okay. And we'll pop this into the centre. I love the pearls, I think they're beautiful. Okay, so if you wanted to add more to that you can, but we've got our gold laser cuts here that we've been using with this set as well. So we're going to see what we've got to bring out some gold into it. And we've got the gorgeous flowers, but we're going to use the white side. So we're going to pop these in as well. So I'm just going to come back with my mini glue dots and the pick tool, and I'm going to use like I said, I'm just going to use the white side. So I'm just going to put one on there, and I'm just going to place it down into there, so you can place it down. And I've got another one of them, so we can where do we want this one to go? Probably up here. Okay, just stick this on there. Oh, nearly the wrong side. I'm going to stick it on the gold side. So stick it on the gold side because we want the white side up. And I'm just going to bring that one in there, and I think if we're lucky we might have another one. We might not, I don't know. Might have another one. I'm not sure. But we're going to use this hexagon type one for the back as well. Do need something on this side, I feel. You do feel? I do. I just feel like we need to add a little bit of something on this side. So I'm going to add this little bit of white on this side. Okay. Another silicone dot. Bring it here on onto the gold side, and we're just going to lift this up and bring that through. So you can sort of see it starting to take shape, and it looks really lovely. Okay, now the back, we're going to add, on the back we're going to add this one. We might have to cut it yet because we're going to use a punch in the shimmer white. I've got some shimmer white there. That's my shimmer white. I haven't got any small shimmer white, so we'll just use this. So we're going to do this in the shimmer white. Punch it out. Now that's going to look a little bit different to that. So what we're going to do is punch one out in the green as well. I'm just going to share with you how to so we've done 2 green ones. Okay, so we want this to raise up a little bit on here, like this. So we've got a bit of the green showing. So we've got a bit of green showing there. And so we've got a bit of green showing there. So we're going to cut this one long ways like this, in half this way. Okay, so we're just going to add a little bit of glue on this side, and then we're going to use half of it that we've cut, and we're going to line it up like that. Okay, then the other half we're going to do on the other side. So I'm going to turn this over, sorry guys. I'm going to turn this way, just so you can sort of see what I'm doing. And we're going to line this up on this side. Then if you want to do this side as well, you want this side to come out as well, you need to cut that one in half, but we don't want that because we want the gold. So I just wanted to share that with you if you wanted to do the whole 4 sides. But we're going to cut this and this. Sorry about the phone, guys. It's amazing, isn't it? Okay, so this is going to come in like this. So we've got to work out where we want this. Do we want it on just the one side, or do we want it on the top side? Okay, so we could bring it over just a little bit smaller if we wanted to. Okay. I think I might just do it on the one side. Just have it coming out from that side. Okay, so we're just going to do the one side. I'm going to do, just glue that on there. It's just going to come out from the edge there. But we're going to add, because we've added a tinge of white stuff on the leaves and that, and we've got the leaves on here. We just need to add the words. Okay, so with the words, what words did I pick out? I thought we'd use this one, and this is the Itty Bitty Christmas, and thinking of you at Christmas. I think we'll use this one. Thinking of you at Christmas. I think that will fit on there. Okay, so turn it over. So line him up. Grab a block. Okay, and I think we might go, might do black writing so it just actually does stand out on this one. Thinking of you at Christmas, it's going to go this way to the back. Yes, so we want it that way. Just make sure you have it the right way that you want it. Thinking of you at Christmas. Beautiful. And then you can raise that up if you want to, but we've got it raised up at the front, so I'm just going to stick this down. And it's up to you where you put it, but that's the back of it. That's the back of the card. I actually like it better that way. I'm going to have to turn it around. Oh my God. We'll turn it around. It can actually go on. Ooh. It goes on that way. Oh, it'll fold into the envelope that way. Oh, that's clever. So we can stick this one on. There we go. We can stick that one on because it will go into the envelope. Yes, so that will stick out to the side. Yes, that's okay. And you'll have the little bit of nice gold happening on that side. And it will fold in like this. I like these up the top and them down the bottom. So it would definitely fold that way. And then if you fold it that way, all those pieces will be in. So thinking of you at Christmas, we just need to hold that down, make sure that it's nice and tight. Yep, beautiful. Okay, so if you want to add some ribbon to it, you can. Remember, you can use your little bits of ribbon if you want to. If you've got little bits of ribbon, you can add some little bits of ribbon in underneath there if you want to. You know, you can put that on before you glue it down. That's entirely up to you too. I'm just suggesting. Okay, so that's our first little card. How cute is that? And it's got the thinking of you at Christmas on this side and the poinsettia on this side, and then it just opens up. So that's our first one. Okay, so let's have a look at the second one. I've already cut it and scored it because I figured it would be easier to have this one cut and scored ready for a second one. Okay, so we just need to do designer series paper on this one. Cut that up and work out what we're going to mat it in. So I am getting lower and lower on our paper, but I reckon we could nearly go with, no, it's too narrow, that one. Oh no, I've still got a nice sheet of this one. So we could go with this one or this side. I love this I think we'll go with this, and we'll go with, I might go with the old olive too, because I think the old olive would look nice. Yeah, I think it would look nice with that as well. Okay, so let's go with that. So we need to cut the old olive, which is, if these are 10 by 10 squares, which they should be, 10 by 10, yep. So we need to do 9.5 by 9.5. 9.5 by 9.5, and nine and a half by 9.5 for our mats, and then the we want 2.5. These are 3, so we want 2.5 by 9.5. So we want 9.5. So if we cut the 9.5 first, we can do 2 at 2.5, 2.5, and 2.5. So they're for our side bits. Now we need to cut the designer series paper. Now, when we cut this one, it was not so bad because the pattern was all over the place and it didn't really matter where you actually cut it. But with this one, we have flowers, big flowers. So it's going to be 9 by 9. So if you lie it on your paper trimmer, you can sort of see where your 9's going to come up. Okay, so I'm just going to move that. So you can sort of see where your 9's going to come up. So you're going to go 9 and then 9. So you're going to get that for your square, which is really lovely because you've got a poinsettia there. So that's really lovely. So we're also going to have another 9, which is for the back. So that's fine. And then we're going to have 2 at 2.5. So at 2 I mean. So we're going to just come in and do 2 and 2. Okay, so those pieces don't really matter as much, but if you have got big design patterns, you do need to sort of be a little bit mindful of where you're actually putting the pattern, because sometimes it can look not right. So you can see this one we actually sponge, when this one we won't sponge, and you can sort of see the difference. I need a new blade in, sorry about that guys. I was just thinking I need a new blade. Okay, so we're going to stick this down. And this is going to go on here. So I've got a little bit of a fringy edge because my blade's just starting to get blunt. I've been doing a lot of cutting with it. And when you do a lot of cutting with it, it goes blunt. Okay. Stick these ones in. So no sponging this time. We're just sticking the designer series paper in. Make sure that you have up the same way that you want it. So, because that will be upside down. So you want to sort of make sure that you have your pieces up the way you want them. So whether they're both coming down that way or the other way. So just make up your mind which way you want it. So we'll just put this one on. Okay, so I think this way. And yep, I think that way is fine. And then this way, you can have the other. So this time we're going to alternate the paper around. You can alternate around as well. Like you can use both sides of the designer series paper. So we're going to stick in our green ones. Old olive, I should say, into the centre here. And over onto this side as well. So you can stick these in this way, or you can come in with the pattern that way. But I think I'll stick to the same because I was just looking at the other side and it's not what I really want because it's got the blue. And so we're going to stick these ones in here. Okay, I'm going to stick this one. In here. Now to close it, you just need to fold it over like that. Okay, so we just need to close it down like that. So some glue in here. And then just fold it straight over on that line. Hold it down. And we have our nice box cut. Just make sure it's nice and even. Okay. So that is really, really lovely. Then you've got to work out which way you want the front and which way you want the back. So we could do this bit as the front because we can add a poinsettia on there. And I'm just going to look for one that's going a different way. Which way is that one going? I think that one's going a different way, so we'll cut this one out. Okay, so we're going to just fussy cut this one out, and we're going to use some of our laser pieces also, which will look really lovely. And I think we might bring in some ribbon on this one, just for a little bit different, before we stick this down. Just cut them away. Okay. So this is going to raise it up. So we'll probably raise this up just slightly out of there. But we're going to add some ribbon, like I said. Now, I don't want to use red because red's just going to be too strong for this. And we can use the beautiful silver ribbon that we've been using. You can use the white ribbon if you wanted to, but look, honestly, I can't go past this for Christmas. I really can't. I just love it. I love this ribbon for Christmas. I think it's just beautiful. And I think we're crazy if we don't use it. Okay, so I'm going to tie this around. To the front here. Okay, just even it out. So we're doing a nice bow here, and it will still open up. Still really open up here. So we've got this nice, beautiful bow happening here. Just opening up the sides here. I'll have to push that one through that way. That's it. You can see you get this gorgeous, 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 gorgeous bow. Okay, so this is going to come up, raise up a little bit on here. So we're just going to put a dimension behind it. And we're going to put pearl in it. And we're just going to get the mini glue dots and stick some mini glue dots down in here. Just a couple, because it, especially for these ones, because they're stronger, like a bigger pearl drop. So you're going to need that. So you can sort of see that's going to look really lovely up there. And then we can sort of stick a pearl drop up here too, because we've got one up there. So just stick this right through the ribbon, which is going to be really good because it will go stick onto the paper and through the ribbon, and it will help keep the ribbon in place as well. And we're going to put this one right on top, which is really gorgeous. I just love I've fallen in love with ribbon. This particular ribbon. Okay, so you can sort of see how cute that is. That is just so beautiful. Now the back, once again, you can put a square onto that if you wanted to write in. You can even write your message before you stick it down, which is really clever because you can actually write on it so that they can read down inside the card. So you can actually write your message in there before you actually glue it together. Or you can just put a square over this and you can write your message on there. Or you can leave the paper off the sides and you can write your messages on the sides. So it's really up to you where you want to do it. But they're our two beautiful cards for today. That's upside down, so just gonna... I hope you enjoyed them. They're very different, but look how gorgeous this bow is. Can you see this bow? It's just absolutely beautiful. I just love it, and it's just so classy. And then we have this one with our thinking of you at Christmas as well. So really beautiful, and don't forget they just fold together. They pop up, but they fold together to just go in the envelope. Well, there you go. There are our two cards for today. I hope you really enjoyed that, or for now. So don't forget to go over to my Facebook page, share, like, and leave a comment. Don't forget that I do a monthly draw for that. So if you do comment and leave a like or a love heart or a thumbs up, and also share it, you'll go in the monthly draw and someone will win a prize. Usually I give a chamois or a silicone mat, or I'm not quite sure what I'm giving. Sometimes it's sequence, sometimes it's anything that I can put in the post virtually. Okay, all right then guys, thank you so much, and I will see you at the next one. Bye.